This company says its home robot can fold laundry in houses it has never seen, with a 99% success rate, which is impressive. But what happens during the other 1%? Does it fold your dog? Somebody put Bomberman's face on a very expensive laundry assistant. And honestly, I kind of love him already. The rounded body, the little hat, those smooth hands. This robot was designed to look like it belongs in a home instead of an automotive factory. Also, a CT2 preview is extremely robotics industry language for. We taught the cute robot to do chores. But the interesting part is not the laundry itself. It is whether the same skill can work in a completely different home, with different furniture, lighting, clothes, and clutter.
With this breakthrough, any skill that is mastered in our lab can be transferred to your home. And we're starting with laundry. 0 shots, 99% success rate, fully autonomous in unseen homes, for the first time in history.
The home is the ultimate challenge for robotics because every home is unique. This means it requires generalization to an infinite number of edge cases.
That claim matters because every house is basically its own obstacle course. Different stairs, different tables, different lighting, and at least one chair that exists only to collect clothes. Sunday says it tested 785 autonomous attempts across 31 unfamiliar environments with a 99.1% success rate. That is much more useful than one perfect demo in one carefully arranged room. Still, I want the failure reel, not because I am rooting against Memo. I just need to know whether the remaining 0.9% is shirt came out wrinkled or Memo has put the dog in the dishwasher.
We essentially threw everything at Memo. Inside-out pants, bright daylight, blackout curtains, disturbances in the middle of folding.
Why do we gotta be putting towels on his head? He is trying so hard. He did not ask to become a prank target. Let Memo work.
Clothes falling on the ground. Memo just kept going. We watched Memo fold huge 8XL shirts, as well as tiny baby clothes.
And yes, the test set goes all the way up to 8XL, which is just a very impressive size of clothing for Memo to test.
And even interact with a curious child who just wanted to play with Legos. In all these scenarios, Memo maintained a 99% success rate.
The video mentions Lego, and somehow Memo's version of playing with Lego is still folding laundry. Every path in this robot's life somehow leads back to laundry. Also, if you look at the graph, apparently blouses are the final boss. Memo's natural enemies are 8XL shirts and anything with a complicated sleeve.
This is what we call a solve. A demo asks if a robot can do something once. A solve asks if a robot can do something reliably while the world changes around it.
The robot scientists are defining the word solve now. I could have sworn I knew what that meant 5 minutes ago, but apparently the robots took that too. The serious point is fair though. A flashy demo shows what might be possible. A repeatable test tells you when people can actually trust the product. That distinction is the whole story here. The hardware is cute, but the real product is reliability. Getting one model to work in rooms and on clothes it has never encountered before, without collecting training data from your home.
Laundry is the first solve of many. Act 2 proves that we can get household tasks to be both generalizable and reliable. This is the breakthrough that will make helpful home robots a reality.
So we have another robot trying to get into our homes, this time by sliding its little knobby fingers through the door with a basket of clean laundry. And something about Memo works on me. Other home robots can feel intimidating or uncanny. This one feels like a helpful appliance with a personality. The colors, the hat, the soft shape, even those tiny crab claw hands. I think the friendliness is absolutely part of the strategy, because before a robot can clean your house, it has to convince you to let it in the front door. Sunday's approach seems to be, start with one chore people already hate, prove the robot can do it in messy real homes, and then expand the skill library from there. That is a much more believable path than promising a perfect robot butler on day one. There are still big questions. How fast will it work? How often will a person need to rescue it? What will it cost? And will 99% reliability still feel impressive after the robot has been living beside your dishes, pets, and favorite shirts for 6 months? But I am on Memo's team, at least until he folds the dog. One final thing. The company also posted a 2-hour and 40-minute video about the robot's on-device inference. That is basically a feature film all about Memo. Sorry, family. Movie night is canceled. We are not watching the new Moana. We are kicking back with Memo as he absolutely throws down on some 8XLs and settles his lifelong feud with blouses, and possibly folds a dog. And watching Memo handle unfamiliar homes makes me wonder how close Tesla is to getting Optimus ready for real household work. If this level of reliability is becoming possible across the industry, the home robot race may be getting a lot more interesting. Would you let Memo into your home? Subscribe for tomorrow's video.